Hi, this is Dr. Jeffrey Hanna, and I want to share with you what it means when we're actually looking at your posture. Contrary to popular belief, posture has nothing to do with laziness. It's neurological. In order for your brain to work properly, your head must be level with respect to gravity. And if you suffer an injury, such as a subluxation to the upper part of your neck that your body can't pull back into normal alignment on its own, your central nervous system is going to cause muscles lower down in your spine to compensate in order to keep your head level. Your head rotates slightly, shifts to one side, or sticks out forward. And your head weighs 4 to 5 kilos normally, but that weight doubles for every 2.5 centimeters that your head sticks forward, just like that. It's one of the major reasons why so many people suffer headaches and tight shoulders. It's because we're all in front of our devices and the head comes forward just like that. One shoulder can shrug up, one looking higher than the other, and this is going to create tension through your shoulder blades that also extends into the middle part of your back. One hip can lift up, looking higher than the other, and this kind of imbalance is going to throw your pelvis out and can ultimately cause wearing and tearing down through the discs of your lower back, leading to premature damage, which is one of the major reasons why lower back pain, sciatica, and disc damage are so common in human beings. Your posture also reveals the complexity of the problems you have. You see, your body is not just an assembly of bones, muscles, and ligaments. It also involves something called myofascia. A posture problem is a nervous system problem in disguise. Myofascia is like cling wrap that envelops your entire body in a dense cobweb-like matrix that contains a huge number of nerve receptors. And through an intricate series of suspension pulleys, what this myofascia does is it plays an integral role in the maintenance of how human beings are able to stand upright. So a simple compensation pattern reduces tension on your brainstem and your spinal cord. Your hip and torso will lean to one side of the subluxation, so for example to the right, and then your shoulder, neck, and head are supposed to tip to the opposite side, or in this case we'd say to the left. Now, your shoulder and your hip should also rotate together in the opposite direction from your head. So for example, if your shoulder and your hip are rotating forwards, then your head should ultimately rotate towards the left as part of the normal compensation pattern. But what if you have more than one thing going on? So what would happen if your hip and your torso actually tilted in opposite directions? What if your hip and your neck, they tilted to one side, but then your head twisted the exact opposite way? And what if your right hip, for example, it's rotated backwards, but your right shoulder is going in the exact opposite direction that it should be doing also? These types of distortions, what they reveal are the additional compensations that your brain has needed to make in order to keep your body upright. And the more distortions that you have, the more complex the underlying problem actually is. In other words, it's not just one simple thing, there's actually a few layers of things going on. And this is the kind of stuff that can turn neck pain into a headache or into a migraine. It's what can turn shoulder pain into dizziness or into vertigo. It's also what can cause lower back pain to turn into something like sciatica or ruptured discs. It's also what can turn jaw pain into something very complicated like fibromyalgia. The more dented or kinked your posture is, the more time, work, and energy ultimately that your body is going to need in order to repair. But it's important to identify because unless we understand what the surface is telling us, then we're just guessing about what's actually involved in order to help get you well. So even though slouching does make posture problems worse, it's not what creates them in the first place. The breakdown of your posture, like a crushed can, is a reflection of your body's internal structure and the pressure on your central nervous system. Understanding your posture helps us to understand the sequence of injuries that are affecting your health, but more importantly, your posture allows us to figure out what we can do to actually help you.